Now, what's up, everybody? It is Wednesday. Wednesday, we in here. Um, yeah, I was like working on some other stuff and got a little sidetracked, so a couple minutes late, but it's all good. We here. I'm gonna drink this smoothie. I think at some point, if I'm not talking too much on here, I'm gonna make me something to eat as well. Uh, but yeah, other than that, I got things I need to work on, so I just thought we'd hang out. And if you got questions, you just want to talk, whatever it is, you can comment in the chat. And yeah, we just hang out for today. But until people get in here and start talking to me, I'm just gonna be working on some things. And yeah, not much else going on in here. If you saw my post, the Reset System, my first physical product, is out now. It's online. It's official. That's what this is right here. This is a nasal inhaler to help regulate your nervous system. Okay, I dive into the science behind it, the reasoning behind it, and everything in my content. So subscribe if you're new here. But what it is the Reset System is this right here. Okay, this is the whole bundle. You get the planner / journal right here. You have daily journal entries to track your progress for 30 days. And you need to track, you got to be able to measure, to manage. Okay, and this is how we see our patterns. We notice the patterns and the behavioral loops that we're trying to break or working on breaking. Okay, and it's backed by my system. Okay, the PARA method. PARA method. I know it's a little hard to see unless you get it right there. Get the lighting just right. There we go. PARA. Okay, again, I break this down in my content, so stick around. Sunday's video, if the editing goes well, which it is so far, I'm going to break this down for you and also show you the cards that go with each of these cycles in my method. Okay, and the cards are inside of here. I open it up. This is the instruction card. You scan the QR code to go to the instruction page online. And these are the cards. There are 4 cards in here, 3 for each of the phases. And in the video Sunday, I'm going to break down how you use the cards, how you use the whole system, really, and what those cards look like, and do some of the practices with you as well. So I know this is not a bullet. This is a nervous system regulation tool. Okay, this is a nasal inhaler. You see, I have it around my neck right here. But yeah, you can find this on my website. So I just wanted to show that because it's finally official. Like, this has been 5 years in the making. And then this year, 8 months of getting to this point where it's finally ready for you all. But this is the nasal inhaler right here. It's just a metal nasal inhaler. Okay. You put whatever scent you want inside. And like I said, I break down how you use this on my channel. So subscribe if you're new here. I have Palo Santo in mine. This is just one of the scents that I use to ground myself and to regulate my nervous system, to show myself that I'm safe, So no matter where I'm at, that's why I have it on a chain. You can put it on a keychain. I can smell it. And if you really want to get into it, you got to plug one side. No, this is how I'm training my brain and training my body that when I smell this, I'm safe. I can be calm. All those good things. Hey, what's up? My meep. Do I know the German band Rammstein? I do not. Are they good? Should I play some of their music? No, there's no coke in here. We don't do that around here. Okay, natural highs that are happening around here. Okay, it's a nasal inhaler. I just put my scent in there. Right now I'm using Palo Santo. Okay, plants from the earth, baby. Okay, and it's sending signals to my brain, and that's sending signals to my body, and this is how we can regulate our nervous system. I don't know why y'all jump to drug use and cocaine. Okay, but that's not what we do around here. Okay, check out my page if you would like to know more about that. Hi, me. Is it me? My? Hi, me? I don't know. Do I know Clash Royale? That's a game, I'm assuming. Thank you. Appreciate you, Benjamin. Do I know the Italian band Ligma? I do not. Again, should I listen to some of this music? Hi, Elena Lena? I don't know. Hi, Lena, Elena. What signal? Signal. What do you mean? The signal from your brain to your body. Because your body is telling your brain information all the time. This is subconscious. We have something like 2 million thoughts a day or signals a day that's happening in our body because we're receiving information from everywhere, from light, from sound waves vibrating in our ears, from touching, smelling, tasting, here, just all the things. So much information. Okay, and our body's receiving that information and sending it to our brain through different areas, through all of our nerve endings and everything. Okay, and then our brain translates that information. Now, if the story subconsciously tells us that whatever information is coming in is dangerous to us, our body's going to protect us. So we're going to pack on weight. We're going to gain weight. We're going to hold on to fat. We're going to be stressed out. Cortisol's and adrenaline is just rushing through our body all the time. And so this is a way to regulate your nervous system so we can ground ourselves, so we can feel calm. We can regulate our heart pressure, you know, that heartbeat that's happening. Okay. And again, send signals to our body that we want it to hear. We're interrupting the loop, the old pattern. So this is one way that we do that, because scent bypasses a lot of the other stuff that's going on inside of your brain. A lot of your other senses has to go through certain areas. So this is just one way to do this. And this is what I found. The reason why I share this and I've created this is because it's worked for me. It helped me out. Okay, and I'm about to record. I've been batch recording. Okay, so I got actual nice clothes on today and stuff. And batch recording and talking about in not this Sunday. This Sunday is about the method, the para method or para method, because it's your parasympathetic nervous system. I just say para because it sounds better. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to talk about my story, about my experience in life. Okay, I know. I look young. I am probably older than what you think I am. Okay, I've lived life. I did life differently. Okay, I'm in an RV right now, out in nature. Okay, I live life differently. I've been different all my life. Okay, didn't know quite what that was and tried to fit myself into a box, and that didn't work. And when you wear a mask for so long and you try to do what you're supposed to do for so long and the system was never set up for you, that gets exhausting, it gets overwhelming, and then you add on all of the outside things that are happening in the world. That's not a good mental state for you, and then that breeds physical things as well. And I left, I did my thing, RV, van life, all the stuff like that. I thought that was freedom, going and doing all that, but I had things I needed to work on inside and had to deal with that. So through that process and uncovering all those things and emotions, I found these tools that work for me, but I couldn't find them anywhere. I created it for myself. I started to implement it myself, and I found that they worked for me. So then I wanted to create something for others. This is why I even create my content. This is why I share. This is why I'm on here with you right now, is because I know this stuff works. It helps. And I want to help other people that are like me, okay, that are going through these things, that are feeling these ways, that you can't make it out. And I'm a person of growth mindset, okay? I got into personal development initially, in wellness and well-being and going against the system, okay? I call this a sacred rebellion. This is a lot deeper than just regulating your nervous system. Go back and watch some of my other lives. I talk about it mainly on my lives, but it's some of my YouTube videos, my long-form videos that I post every Sunday. But this is a sacred rebellion. Okay, your wellness is a rebellion. They don't want us well, mentally, physically, spiritually. Okay, they don't want you thinking for yourself. They want us divided as well. So, hey, appreciate you, Benjamin. What's up? Wait, you're giving birth, Kate? No way. Why Alchemimentor? The Alchemist. I put in my post today on my community tab about that. I'm actually going back. There's a group I'm a part of, and a lot of things have been coming up recently. We've been talking about Chiron, and I guess it just went into retrograde. And Chiron is the wounded healer. And if you look in your birth chart, you can see where your wound is in your birth chart. Okay. But right now, a lot of that's been coming up. Self-reflection. I was looking back at some old YouTube videos. So if you've been on my YouTube page, you've seen me accidentally post some old videos that were privated for some reason. I do know why 2 of them, which I don't even think that they posted, were private, because I was ashamed. I had shame behind who I was, basically. And I still was trying to figure that out. And this is what I'm going to talk about in my video, not this Sunday, but next Sunday. Okay, I'm going to record that video again about my story and why I do what I do. Because I had to learn acceptance of myself as well. But we'll go deeper into that in a little bit. I want to see what y'all are in here talking about. Dang, hold on a second. Y'all really been talking. Let's see. Yeah, so alchemist, mentor, alchemist, transformation, okay? Transmutation. We turn something, a base metal, into gold. We turn around our life, whatever the cards we were given, the lemons, into something else, okay? So no matter what has happened to us, no matter where we've been, the decisions we've made, we can transform that into something else. Mentor, okay? I'm not a coach. I don't like to be called a coach because y'all don't want me to be your coach because I'm going to be hard on you. If you do want me to be your coach, we can talk, but I don't call myself that. I don't claim that, okay? Mentor and guide. I say growth guide on here. Okay, I share tools and practices, okay, empowering and equipping around here. All right, so yeah, Alchementor, you just put those two together. That's what that is. Can I freestyle? No, you don't want me to try. No, I have a lot of friends who rap and stuff, and yeah, I attempted that just for fun, just playing around, and yeah, I don't have my flow, I guess. Maybe I need to figure out my flow with that, or nowadays auto-tune and all the other stuff, I could probably sound good, or an AI. Collect the our eyes collect the information. Yes, correct. Which is really crazy because it's inverted. It's inverted. And then it switches sides. Like it's the body, the mechanical body is amazing. I don't praise the body. I think that that's one part of the system. I talk about holistic wellness, mind, body, spirit. And I mean, there's our emotional body in there as well. Okay. And then there's our soul. But holistic wellness, basically, all of them together. There's a Bigfoot behind me. Yes, there is. Wow. Am I getting any Bigfoot signal? No, I'm not. Not where I live at. Kahoot, appreciate you being in here. It's an RV in the woods, yeah. I like to be in the woods, hermit by nature. I'm a Virgo, sun sign. But yeah, out here in the trees, and I love it. I love being able to see through the trees. I don't want like brush and you can't see anything. That's a difference. So this is actually nice. Let's see. Schnitzel. Yeah, I like schnitzel. I've been to Germany. I've been to Europe. That was a thing I traveled to, which opened up my eyes to things. And I tell anybody, travel if you can. Again, at a certain point, I had to come to the realization of, was I really free in doing these things for the reasons I thought I was? Or was I running from things? And I think I just had to address some internal things. I have to look inward to grow. Exactly. Lost in the dream. Self-reflection. I actually had that pulled up. That's been something that's been coming up for me lately. And again, with this whole Chiron thing, it's a lot of self-reflection. And that's not easy. It's not easy to look in the mirror. And you have to call out your weaknesses, you have to call out your excuses, you have to call out the victim mentality, you have to call out your actions, your behaviors that you've done, and take responsibility for those things. And you're going to beat yourself up. You're going to feel guilty, you're going to feel shame, you're going to feel all these emotions coming up, and for a reason. And I'm actually re-listening to The Alchemist, and the king in there actually at the beginning, near the beginning of the book, he's talking about how the same force that uncovers your treasure is the same thing that buries your treasure. So those feelings and emotions that we claim are negative actually are helping as well too. That's the same thing that's going to help you realize your personal legend, as they call it, the treasure that you're seeking in life. So you have to go through it. It's that friction, that resistance. We don't want to feel it, the discomfort. We don't want to feel it. But again, and what I'm talking about, and everything that's coming up right now, is this whole thing about let it crack. Let it crack. Because when it cracks, the light can enter. And the light enters through the wound. But if you do not let the light shed on the wound, you cannot heal it. Okay? It's going to be uncomfortable. You're hiding it. You're numbing it out. You're running from it. But if you address it and we shine light on it, we can heal it. But you have to be open and courageous to do that. And you are. But sometimes we play a story in our head, which I'll talk about that in a second, about our stories and our subconscious mind, because we can reprogram it. It does take work. Everybody has to look inward to grow. What kind of crystal do you need? Hey, super slob. That just depends on whatever it is you're into. I have a couple of them. This is one of my favorites. I had gotten one in the Dominican, Larimar, and then somehow it disappeared. But then, so I went to a shop and they had some, so I got me one of these. So this is Larimar. Popular in the Dominican. I think you can only really find it in that area. Then this one is a kyanite. I only get them if I feel called to it, if you will, okay? Or if they're presented to me. I don't just go get random things. This, I traded with somebody, a different bracelet, but we got them through gifts. And then I had been looking for this lapis for a minute, like months. But I just waited for it to come to me. I didn't want to just go buy it and whatever. But that's kind of what I do in my life with most of the things. Sometimes, you know, I'll look it up and search it and buy it from a certain source and stuff like that. But usually I just wait for it to happen. Your goldfish died? Tell me why we get stuck and can't make any decisions. Oh, I got you, Bree. Give me 1 second. Let me read these comments, because that's what we talk about here. Because you feel stuck. Again, I understand. I quit my job. I was like, success. The level of success. What you got? You had the relationship. Well, I had the relationship, then we broke up mutually. But had the relationship, you know, got promoted, was making the money, in the nice new home, new car, living in the city down in Houston, Texas, living the life. And then I got burned out, quit my job, was working on starting my business, and nothing was working. I felt stuck. And then I was like, I'm 35 with nothing to show for it. Anything. Like, what do I have to show for it? I have nothing. I have no one. Like, all these things. So that's when I went on my dark night of the soul, my ego death. Like, and this was like a 2-3 year process. Okay. But I talk about that in my most recent book and on this channel for free. It's all my stuff's here. Aliens are real. I believe it. I like the idea of the wounded healer. I'm still healing myself right now. Yeah. Lost in the dream. Look into Chiron. See where your Chiron is. Yeah, that's really been coming up lately. Bigfoot real too. I don't doubt it. I think a lot of things are real. We may not be able to see it with our eyes, our physical eyes, or pay attention to it, or, you know, we block out, like, our brains only notice, like I said, if you got 2 million senses coming in, they say that you only recognize like 100 and something of those. So we filter out a lot of information. And that's, again, just what we can see with our physical eyes, which is only based off of the light spectrum that we can see with these physical eyes. Okay. What is better? Schnitzel or sour? Oh, I like sauerkraut. Yeah. I'd go with the sauerkraut, the fermented foods. 6'7". You put lemons in your vodka. All right. Hey, vodka is lower in calories than other drinks. Go with Tito's. That's my nickname. Okay, Racist from NYC. Thanks for giving me some views and chatting with me. Tell us about frequency. What else? We were talking about getting unstuck and frequency. Okay. Thomas, you're back again. Thank you for the views. You must love me. You must love me and support a person of color and a lesbian. Thank you so much for your support. How do you express yourself when talking to women? Well, I think you need to get in touch with your feelings. Because communication is a big thing. And that was something that I had to come to terms with after one of my relationships, was feeling my feelings and going through that whole process. Do I want to mod? Not right now, but I appreciate you, Slav. Traveling ain't worth the money anymore. Are you sure? Or is it just where you travel, Frankie? I don't know about that. I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm stationary right now for the most part. I mean, I've been traveling and stuff, but not like what I used to. I used to travel all the time. And yeah, I would rather just travel and stay somewhere and really get to know the area for a bit instead of just hopping around and stuff. I'm trying to check the chat, Slav. It's just, yeah, this is not what my live is about, just sitting here reading this. Okay, I'm going to talk to you. but I also don't want to lose my train of thought. Appreciate you, Carpe Diem. You're going to re-listen to The Alchemist, and then you fall off. You were on the path, and then you fallen off. Yeah, definitely check it out. Like, you can find the audiobook here on YouTube, I'm sure. And it's like 3 hours long. But go back. I've been taking notes this time. And again, I'm like seeing it from a different perspective, like you do when you go back and read anything or watch anything again later, like years later. Like I'm a different person. And like I followed my personal legend. I still am. And so just hearing different things or hearing things differently now, it's some different things are standing out. You have anxiety. What do? Get you one of these. bornvital.com/reset. Check out my community post. The link is there. You can just check out my website, bornvital.com. Okay, this is going to help regulate your nervous system. Anxiety is your nervous system just, going a little haywire, but also our thoughts. But our body is telling our brain some things in our story inside of our subconscious mind that we've just repeated. We're stuck in a loop and we're repeating these things. And then we followed up that path, okay? Because that's just what we're used to. It's a path. We see the path because we've walked it so many times. Those thoughts have constantly come, that loop. So in order to go on a new path and to not keep following that, I mean, that's the unknown. And you have to create a new path, okay, and start to follow that. But that takes work, and you have to redirect yourself. And this is one way you redirect yourself. Okay, this is a nasal inhaler. Like I said, check my website out. But again, just watch my content. I talk about this all the time of different ways we can do this. We can break the loop, the pattern. Okay, reprogram your mind, the conditioning. Again, it's just behavioral loops too that we get stuck in. One thing of me and my self-realization of like old beliefs and things is, again, looking at this victim mentality and excuses. And we make these excuses and they sound good and they make us feel good. But they're just excuses. And a lot of it stems from our thoughts. And these are just loops of thoughts. And then once you have a thought, do you hold on to it and claim it as truth? Or do we say, no, I'm not going to believe that. I believe this because we can choose that. Like, I don't have to believe that anymore. Now, it takes a period of time of creating a new loop to fully ingrain it and make it automatic. And that's what my reset system is. It's a practice to be able to do that. This is the in-between, the process. Okay. So when we do that, now we've created a new loop. Now it becomes more natural and easy for us to notice it, to redirect, and to create that new loop. All right. We all live inside stories that we tell ourselves. Key realization for me. Yes, we all have our own story. And it's so crazy. We make up stories too. We're really good at making up stories. You have a lot of trouble expressing yourself. Yeah. No, I understand that. Like there was a time in my relationship where it's like, they would ask me, like, she'd be like, like, how you feeling, this and that. And I'm like, I'm good. Like I had so much on my mind with my business. And like I said, I was into productivity and working on this business and making money and all this. I was still stuck in like survival mentality. And like, that was my focus, to where I didn't have time for that other stuff, to be thinking about all those feelings and whatnot. Plus, I never really learned that. I didn't learn how to communicate my feelings in that way. Because did it matter? No, you just got to like suck it up and do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's a process. Yeah, Thomas is just giving me views and helping my algorithm out. I don't like, if you don't like somebody that bad to where you got to spend your time doing that, but you're still on here watching me and you're helping me out. Yeah, you're not there, but cool, Thomas. Thanks for the views. What's going on here? Found. You found me. Must be a seeker as well. Yeah, y'all, Thomas hops in here again. Why do you come back regularly? Are you subscribed to me? Which is even weirder. Do something with your life. Josh, I don't know what you're saying. Can you cook for me? Oh, I don't know. I don't know you. I don't know if you can put some in my food. What would you cook though if you were to cook for me? Dark Crypto, what's up? From what? From a, yeah, I don't know what your name is, but I didn't know that you had herpes. You might want to get that checked out. I don't know why that's on the top of your mind. Are you an atheist? I'm not an atheist. No. You beat sobriety. Hey, Serena Williams. What are you talking about? You beat sobriety? How did you beat sobriety, but you're on here talking like that? Interesting. You'll probably fall back into whatever it is you were in. Lost in the dream. Like a spiral, you go round and round, but you see things from a higher perspective each time, unless you caught in a cycle. Exactly. They say your attitude determines your altitude. So how high you can go. And when you go up higher, it changes your perspective on the way you look at things. So like some of these people, and I have trolls and people like this in my live all the time. Sometimes I entertain them. Sometimes like I just don't have the energy for it. I'd rather talk to those who actually have something to talk about, and who are mentally there, okay? And who want help, and who wants to grow and things like that, who are seekers, true people, all right? But when we're looking from a different perspective, you're going to see things different. Like, here's my smoothie, okay? If I'm here, we're seeing it from this angle. But if you're down here, you're seeing it from a different angle, right? Like, you're going to see inside of here. Okay? It's just a different perspective of life. So people that are down here are only going to see from this angle. That's kind of how the whole glass half full, half empty too. You're seeing it from a different perspective. But yeah, your altitude is determined by your attitude. So that's why they say higher vibration and stuff. It doesn't necessarily mean like that, but it makes you lighter. Like your spirit is lighter. Is your heart, when they weigh it, going to be lighter than a feather? Or is it going to be heavy like Thomas's heart? Like some of these other people that have been in here talking some craziness, their heart's going to be heavy because they still have stuff weighing on them. So they're lashing out at other people. They're trying to find stuff outside of themselves and not addressing what's happening inside of them. So I don't let those people affect me, because I'm going to let them and their karma and whatever else is supposed to come back around to them, come to them. I hope that you get what you give. Okay. So they're looking at the world in that angle, on that level, must be exciting, okay, because you're watching me. All right. If you start to look at a different angle, okay, we're lighter at that point. We have these other emotions that are not weighing us down. This is when we need to detach from things, because a lot of times we attach to things, okay? And that's also the whole ego death. And when you do psychedelics and things, you dissolve away. You go into nothingness, no thingness, okay? And then we come back together, all right? And so, I mean, it's a whole process, and, you know, it's changing of perspectives, and that also helps us process information when we detach for a period of time and then we come back together. I think some people detach and never come back together, which is not okay. I mean, you know, everybody has their own journey in life, but I do see a lot of people that do that. And it's not, I don't know if that's the full journey. I think that may be part of the journey. And they may get stuck, like you said, caught in a cycle. And that's when we can go into like psychosis, and you can say spiritual warfare. And I always say it's the battlefield of the mind. And we're going through that right now. That's why I say I'm at war with fear, with doubt, with shame. Like these people that comment in here, I'm at war with you. That's why you're in here. If you didn't know it, I actually attracted you in here. Because I want to also be the mirror for you. And you remind me of why I do what I do as well. You prefer to talk to the trees, Triangle's Playground. Yes, I am with you. As you can see, this is what I do. Okay. I'm there and I talk to them. And even when I sit in here, and the birds, all the animals, all of nature, it has been here longer than we have. And I believe that it holds intelligence. And, you know, I think that it's important that we do. And they also connect underground to each other and all this other stuff and pass along information. But when you're pursuing earthly things, you feel kind of dead, even though exciting or pleasurable. Yeah, but that's only temporary is the thing. Like at a certain point, like I said, I had a level of success, what I would call success. But I still was not fulfilled. Something just was not right. And then the other things that I really was working towards and felt called to do and pulled to do, which my product, the reset system, was actually that. That's why it's taken me 5 years to get to this point to make this. Okay. That's why this is such a big deal for me. Like I said, I'm not just trying to sell something. It's not for everybody. And that's okay. But it's taken me 5 years from the idea and the vision to get to this point. And this year it's been flowing and working. That's because I had to clear some things out. And there was some things, like you said, the earthly things. Again, it's attaching. It's putting your identity on and your value on what you can do and what you have, which is not fulfilling in the end, because those things can fall away and probably will at some point. And then who are you? Then what gives you value? So that's a part of the journey, I believe. Horses don't stop. You're in the wrong place for that, buddy. Okay. Yeah. So last time when you did mushrooms, you immediately grabbed your instructor and gave him. Really? Okay. See, y'all be doing too much. Y'all be doing too much. Thoughts on sun gazing? I don't sun gaze per se as far as keeping my eyes open. Now I'll close my eyes, put my hands out so that I can absorb it from my palms, thinner skin here and on the bottoms of your feet as well. And so I'll do that. I don't necessarily look straight at the sun. I do know that there are some people who do. There's some things that I will do and some things that I don't. I've experimented with a lot in my life. Like I said, been into holistic wellness and personal development for a long time, going on 2 decades now. And so I've tried a lot of different things on all the fronts. I'm more of a naturalist for a lot of things, but will I drink pee? I don't think so unless it's a survival situation. I understand that it can have benefits and all these other things, but there's a lot of other things I can do as well. There's a lot of other things I can do for those benefits as well. I'm also not trying to live forever. Like, I'm not trying to be immortal. I'm not trying to be a vampire or none of that stuff. My soul is, I don't physically need to be. And if we're talking about ascension and reincarnation and all these levels and dimensions and things like that, I'm hoping that this would be the last go round here. Okay? So I would love to live it as full as I can, pursue my personal legend, do what it is I feel called to do, and experience it as much as I can. And yeah, I don't necessarily need to live to 200 years old or, you know, do all this other stuff. I want to live a fulfilled life, which would be peace, okay, calmness, health and wellness, of course, love, going to see places, experiencing awe as often as I can. But I don't need to like show that I'm some big healthy person that can do all these things and I can only last off of breath or last off of pee or whatever it is, or I'm the highest level of spirituality that there is. I don't need to do that. And I'm pretty sure the other ascendant masters didn't have to show off like that. It just came naturally to them. Like, people just found them, the word got out, and they just lived that life. But they also talked about, like, not just what they ate, because I don't even know what Jesus really ate, or even Buddha. I don't know about that, or I don't know any other ascended masters. I don't know if they talked about that. But like, it was really just about how you lived life and how you cared for others around you and that type of a thing. If you believe so, smush. If you believe so, that's your reality. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that some people can get really egotistical in the realm of spirituality and in the realm of wellness. I mean, in any realm, you know, fitness, all the things, of course, because we're human. And again, we're chasing after these things that we think we want, these destinations. We want to look this way. We want to sound this way. We want to make all the money. We want to, you know, be wherever, you know, but I always say what we're chasing are feelings. They're feelings. And you can get these feelings by doing a lot of other things. That's why I kind of struggle sometimes, because I'm like, I've talked about this before with my content. If you're even doing this right now, I don't have to be on this live right now. I don't have to be talking to people about this information. It just comes out of me. Okay. And I enjoy this as well. But sometimes I question, like, is there something else I'm supposed to be doing? Like, what, all the questions, all the things. And, I think that's also just a reality check on like why I do what I do and keeping me, where I need to be, quote unquote. Yeah, spiritual narcissism is real. This is for sure. And that's what I'm saying. Like, with people who detach from society, detach from all these things, and some are needed, and I get it. Like I said, I like being in nature and being to myself, and I need that. I need to recharge. But then there's also like a time where we need to come together. Like, we can't just be detached, and I can't be like, I'm up here and y'all are down there and all this other stuff, and whatever it is, because anything can change tomorrow. Well, smush, that's if you believe that, is what I'm saying. Is if that's what you believe. I don't believe that, but that's okay if you believe that. We don't need to convince anybody, but that's what you believe. Okay. Am I your long lost aunt? Maybe. I don't know. I think you could be a very positive influence, which you meant to be doing, obviously. Now, I appreciate that, Lost in the Dream. And that's the thing is, I say, instead of influence, I say impactor. Okay. Because I'd rather have an impact. And I get it's just terminology at that point, but I know influencer has got this whole stigma and whatever. That's not something that I've pursued. But what I pursue, and I have been, it's like something deeper. And I don't necessarily go, like, sometimes I will in the lives, like, kind of go down the rabbit holes. But what I do isn't even, like, it's in the DNA. I've been saying this recently. It's in the DNA. Okay. And they've suppressed information. And if we don't remember, we have amnesia, whatever, the resets keep happening. It's hard for us to come together and to fully understand into all this. So, it takes a lot to learn this information. So if we can speed that process up, and also, because for me, my experience in life, speeding up the process of what I had to experience. That's why I share what I share. So you don't have to go through what I did, or you can have tools to help you when you are going through those things, because it is life. It's your journey. You're going to go through certain things. But we need to equip ourselves. We know that right now, a lot is going on in the world. And there's a lot that's intentionally being done and has been done. They've told us. We know it. It's like the veil is lifted, Aquarian age, eyes are open. If you've seen, you cannot unsee. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, just keep on with your life. This may not be the place for you. Okay. But it's so much going on that, like, we have to equip ourselves. And I approach it more, like I say, on a 3D level, on a practical level of nervous system regulation. The thing is, our nerves run through our body. We are powerhouses. We are energy. And collective energy can make change. Collective thought can make change. Okay? These things are powerful. And once we understand that, and then we can work together on these things, then we can make change. But if we keep talking about the same things and keep ruminating on being a victim and ruminating on all the things that are happening to us, and just talking about the things, we're not doing. And we also, again, need to be equipped. That also means physically. If we're not strong physically, obviously we can only do but so much. You're not going to have the endurance. You're not going to have the strength. If you're not strong mentally, again, you're not going to have the endurance or the strength. Okay? Spiritually, this is a spiritual warfare as well. You're not going to have the endurance or the strength. So we have to work on these things. And we are in this 3D world, in this physical world, and we feel these things, these feelings. I just talked about it. We're chasing these feelings, and they tell us what we should feel until you get it, and you're like, wait a second. Is this what I really wanted? That's not. Maybe it's this. And then you start trying other things. It's life. We're going to do that. But sometimes we're manipulated. Sometimes there's toxins in our, not sometimes, there are toxins in our environment, in our food, in the clothes, like all the things. Hypnotism is real. The TVs, the music, things like that. I mean, I don't overthink. Like I said, I've already done all that. It's what we do now, knowing that this stuff is real, that it is possible. And that's getting with those communities that you feel connected with and strengthening yourself on these levels. Crit, I've been great. I don't know if you're my niece or my nephew, but I've been great. Everything is still written. Seek and you shall find. Exactly. Shiny wizard. So I call my book, my most recent book this year that I talked about. If you didn't see the first part of my live, The Way of the Seeker. The Way of the Seeker. Seek and you shall find. Right? Knock and the door will be open. Okay? Ask and you shall receive. But if you continue to doubt even after you ask, now we're placing hurdles in the way. And again, if now we're going to continue down the old loops and we're detouring from what we were then thinking about initially, what we did ask for. Now we're saying, is it really possible? Maybe it's not. Okay, now I'm comfortable back in my old loop because this is what kept me safe. It was there for a reason. It kept you safe for a reason. Okay. Sister, what's the weirdest moment you've ever had in my life? The weirdest moment? That's, I'd have to think. I've had a lot of moments. Like weird as in what? Like, what are we talking about weird as in? Because I've had some weird moments with people, usually men, okay? Being sketchy and weird in person. But if we're talking about spiritually, I pay attention to synchronicities and signs and things like that. I know that that's a thing, but yeah, like I don't believe in coincidences. I believe in synchronicities, and I believe in being in alignment. And when you are, you see them more often. And I don't think those are weird, though. I think those are confirmation, clarity. Yeah, I enjoy those moments. But weird, I'm not quite sure. I mean, I've had awkward moments with people. Like, I don't know. What about you? What's been a weird moment for you? You had a literal spiritual experience after praying and asking for guidance, and you still went back to your old loop. It happens. It happens. I did that. When my eyes were open, okay, I had my spiritual awakening back in like 2011, 2012, 2011, around that time. Like it was an experience. Like I felt changed as well. I still was attached to my old belief system, Christianity. Okay. Grew up in it. And I got rebaptized and everything like that. And I also thought that being upright, righteous, okay, upright, and following the ways of Christ, because that's really what a Christian is supposed to do, is you follow the ways of Christ, not judging and all this other stuff. Okay, be doing way too much. So many denominations too. It's crazy. But anyway, you're supposed to be following the ways of Christ, like lifestyle of Christ, okay? So I was like, let me relinquish my possessions. Because if we're attached to these things, and that's how they keep you held down, because you got to have a place to store it, you got to maintain it, and all these things. And again, if your value of worth's based off of this stuff, I was like, let it go. Okay? Took off in my RV that broke down, took off in my van that I built out. And then I realized that's not what this is all about. Okay. And then I actually like things and I actually want certain things and amenities in life. And I live in a first world country. So I have certain resources and I don't have to live like that to prove my worth to God or anything like that. And again, I was still trying to do things to prove my worth. Again, I'm still not enough. And this is something that came to realization. I was at this retreat. And it was my first retreat where I presented my product and also did a somatic flow. And we were talking about being mixed race and things like that. I was talking with some other mixed race women. And it was like the first time we were able to have certain conversations because that can be a taboo thing because nobody ever really wants to hear what we got to say. And so we had it was a lot of heartfelt conversations, really good. But a lot of it came down to like not feeling like enough. And it's not just for mixed race people, but that was like a big thing. It's not being enough, no matter what you did, no matter what you said, no matter how you showed up. It was not enough. It was never enough. And you'll never be enough. Like, that's sad. That you have to do for others to be enough. And you're still not enough. Again, this is putting stuff outside of ourselves. This is putting value outside of ourselves, placing it on other people to tell us how much we're worth and to tell us like all these things. And that's why I say go on the self-discovery journey, because when you figure out your worth and your value as who you are without these things, then you're going to have a different perspective. Then you're going to have more self-confidence, okay? More self-trust, okay? More self-reliance. You said your spiritual experience was triggered by a synchronicity. That's awesome. That's awesome. And that I believe that will happen if you pay attention to those things. They will happen, but are you paying attention? Do we stop long enough to look and listen? And somebody talked about being stuck. I talk about the sacred pause, because now my realization through being stuck a lot and all these things through my life's journey, those times where we feel stuck is actually a gift. It is actually a gift. There's treasure in that. But so many times we want to be somewhere else. We don't want to be where we are. We're not there fast enough. It's not working. I've tried everything. Like, I know all the things. It's not working. I got to have this done by this time. It's on our plan and our time. And it's not working. We're digging ourselves deeper. It's quicksand. You need to just stand still and pay attention. This is a sacred pause. What is it in that pause? During that time, I would suggest going on that self-discovery journey. What are these feelings that you're having? Where do they come from? Go to therapy. There's different modalities of therapy. It's not just talk therapy, okay? TRE, EMDR, somatic movement. Okay? Move your body. It's energy stuck in you. It is stuck. It cannot go. The issues are in our tissues, as they say. We're holding on to these energy blockages in our body, and they need to be expressed, because when we had the trauma, it doesn't have to be domestic violence or anything crazy, any childhood. It could just be working out too hard. But during that time, you're also going through a breakup, or, whatever it is, those emotions are now stuck in that area, and it's blocking your chi from moving. Okay, it's creating blockages. Cole, you're ridiculous. But thanks for the views. You can go away now. All right. Hey, what's up? Cole Veneman. Appreciate you hopping in. Thank you for your service. Yeah, you're welcome, Gil. I am at war with fear, doubt, and shame. Okay? We don't need this anxiety. It's natural. Stress is natural. But heightened state of stress every day of your life is not okay. It is not okay. And we don't have to live that way. We don't. We don't. But going back to what I was talking about never being enough, you give yourself the value. But you have to let go. I always say I'm a recovering perfectionist. Okay? I'm a recovering perfectionist and a retired workaholic. Okay? Always doing, like I said, I've been in the productivity, personal development, efficiency, optimization, all these things, hustle culture. You know what that'll get you? Ulcers, high blood pressure, pills when you get older. Okay, that's what that's gonna get you. Stress, loss of relationships. Is the money worth it? Some say money buys happiness. Yeah, it's gonna buy things and experiences which are temporary, and then what? Because at a certain point, that's not gonna give you the high anymore. You're gonna keep chasing the next thing. Do that deep inner work. It is work. Not many people go on that journey because it's work. You got to be courageous to do it, to look in the mirror. Hey, from Sweden, Tommy. What? I know it's beautiful there. Sweden. Yeah. I would love to go there. Check it out. I'm sure it's beautiful. So you want things. Explorer, did you not hear what I've been talking about? I'm not talking about wanting things. I've been talking about the journey in life and how we chase these things, these goals. But what we want are the feelings that they will bring us. But if we don't even know how to feel, we don't know how to feel into our body, what do these emotions feel like? We can't even hold that when they do come. You're not gonna be able to hold it. And will you be satisfied? Because you don't even really know what it feels like. And if you didn't hold it and then it's gone, then it's like, man, when I had it, I didn't appreciate it. Explorer, you just hopped in here. What are you talking about? This ain't an accident. What are you talking about? But appreciate your views and your comments. You're helping the algorithm out. What? I lost my feeling when I lost faith. You didn't listen to anything that I said. No, I did not. Actually, I tried to use that to help me, and it didn't. It just made me feel like I still wasn't enough. Because I was trying to fit a box in a mold that was not made for me. And if I continue to do that, I'm going to continue to feel like I'm never going to be enough. You know what that does to people? Do you know what it does to people? Sends them on mental spirals. It makes them take substances that will destroy their lives. Okay? You are an example of someone who's trying to place doubt, seeds of doubt into someone, and I will not accept it. I do not receive what you're putting out there, and I don't have to. I want you to listen to yourself. But I do appreciate the views and the comments because you're helping the algorithm out. But I don't receive what you're saying, buddy. Okay, you're trying to plant doubt. And I know my story and I know my life. I don't need you to tell me, okay? Exactly. He heard what he wanted to hear. You're going to, your view is distorted, okay? Your hearing is distorted. So you're in the wrong place then if you don't want to really listen and learn, okay, or have a conversation. Because if you really wanted to hear my story, then you would ask me a question. You're not going to tell me what I should believe, okay? You're telling me to listen to myself, that I want it to be that, and that I'm angry. I'm not a child as well. I'm probably older than you, okay? But you're trying to tell me what to believe, and this is a perfect example of what I'm talking about, okay? I grew up from that, from listening to what others told me I should be feeling and told me what I should think and what I should be doing, okay? I don't need you to tell me, okay? This is my experience, okay? Do I need somebody to tell me? Do you need somebody to tell you, Explorer? I want you. Do you need somebody to tell you what to believe? What was your experience? What do you believe? Since you're trying to tell me, I want to hear. I did have anger years back, up until years back, and then I processed that. Okay. Did I claim to be? I love you. Again, you're projecting. You're trying to tell me what to think and how I feel. You said, and nobody needs you to claim to be a teacher. I don't think I did. I never said that, okay? And you're not trying to tell me, although you literally just did. But okay. Do you need somebody to tell you? You haven't answered my question. I don't understand what you're even talking about. Douglas, thanks for the views. We got some real intelligent people in here right now. I don't eat mushrooms enough. You don't say you're teaching. What are you talking about? I'm glad that y'all have time in your life to spend it on here trying to tell me these things. I mean, you could just go live your life and do something else. You're at level 200 alchemy. Awesome. You have figured it all out, huh, Explorer? Exactly. Explorer is just trying to waste time. You ain't got nothing else to do. Not a true explorer, because if you were a true explorer, a true seeker, then you'd be having a conversation, not trying to tell somebody what to do. Okay, you'd be asking questions. All right. Douglas, you're not intelligent. I can tell you now. You may think you are, and maybe from a book standpoint, book smart, okay, but emotional intelligence, yeah. You know how I know? Oh. Why are you talking to me then? What? Oh my gosh. Y'all are special in God's eyes, because you're not in my eyes. But yeah, I appreciate the views and the comments. I'm gonna just drink this and continue to live my life, enjoy my health, my wealth, my abundance. Those of you who have been sharing this space with me, thank you so much for commenting. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, they're special. They have nothing else to do with their lives, and it's probably miserable, because anybody who's winning in life, anybody who is learning in life with the growth mindset doesn't talk like this. So, Explorer, you're pathetic. Actually, you're probably a kid. Yeah, they're trolls. It doesn't even matter. I appreciate the views and the comments, because you're helping the algorithm out. But you're not gonna get somebody. You're not gonna suck me in. Okay. I hope that you get what you give, both of you, Douglas and Explorer. I hope that you get everything that you give. All right. Continue to put it out, because you will receive it back tenfold. What are you talking about? What is that? Explorer, do you know what success means? Do you understand what that means? Can you comprehend that, or do you need to Google it? I'm like, see, you can't even do a sentence. Oh my God. Okay. Anyway. You both need to get outside and put your feet on the ground and get some sunlight. Okay? That's what y'all need to do. Yeah. Colvin, yeah. There's always going to be them. I don't know why they waste their time and energy. They're actually helping me out, but it is annoying. But I'm not a kid, first of all. The fact that you even think that, again, you never asked. You're not trying to understand. Let's do this. Some people aren't strong enough to tolerate their own pain, so they try to hurt others, but they're just hurting themselves more. Exactly. You understand. Lost in the dream. I appreciate you. This is why, I mean, sometimes I'll entertain them. Sometimes I'll convert some of them over, and they actually end up supporting me and stuff like that. Because if they really are real, they're not just a bot or something, then they're miserable. Like you said, they're hurt, and they're trying to put that onto someone else. It's like a bully. Okay, hurt people, that saying, and that's all they know. They can't feel their feelings. They don't want to feel their feelings. They don't want to process that, and they want to hurt others because they're miserable. They probably can't really do much in their life, or they feel like they have no control, and so they try to affect others and hurt others. I used to say it's sad. It's really not, because they're not victims. And if they would just listen, then maybe they would learn something. And if they would show more love, then maybe they could feel more love in life. Okay. But that's their choice. And if they listen, then they would understand. Like we literally just talked about, attitude determines your altitude. And obviously their attitude's down here, and it's weighing them down. So they're going to constantly feel depressed. They're going to feel like they're not enough. They're going to feel like they're heavy. They're going to feel like they're in a dark place. They're going to close the curtains. They're going to hermit away and be slouched over and eat junk, feed the parasites that are inside, and they're going to continue to repeat those things. And so then they got to go perpetuate that to others. And they also are going to consume information. They're going to scroll in here. They're going to watch the news. They're only going to consume information that perpetuates the fear and the negativity to prove that what they believe is true. And so that's going to create a false narrative and a perspective that this is happening in the world and I need to attack these people and make others feel that way. Because if I can't, as a privileged, probably white male that they are, if I can't feel good, then you can't either. Because like they just said, I'm lesser than them because I'm a woman, I'm a lesbian, I'm a person of color. So this is the thinking that they have. But I hope that they get what they give. And I hope that they, you know, of course, I would say love, light, awareness. No. I hope that they get what they give. Because in this day and age, it is a choice. And that's our choice. Hey, new subscriber, Yoke. Are you working? Well, talking with y'all, I was supposed to be working on some things, but I've been talking and then I had some trolls in here. Estee, what's up? I hope y'all are doing good out there. I appreciate y'all. Those who are really in here just talking, we can have any kind of conversation. You can ask me questions. We can talk about whatever, anything. But we just don't need trolls. We don't need to be talking about race in a negative sense. And it's stupid anyway. It's a color. It's the pigmentation on your skin. Okay, that's, again, I know your level of intelligence at that point. All right? So we don't need to do that. We don't need to be overly sexual in here. That's not what we do around here. Like, come on, there's a lot of other things we can talk about. Okay. Any new workouts? I'm doing well, though. Overall, I'm doing well. Like I said, I just came off of this retreat where I presented my product, the Reset System, which is now live on my website. Finally, 5 years in the making, this is now live on my website, and I am happy to be at this point. I'm still updating my quiz. That's what I was working on, is updating this quiz. It's going to be a free quiz that you can take and define what phase you're in, what season you're in, based off of my method, my PARA method, P-A-R-A method, okay? It's pause, align, restore, and activate, which phase you're in, okay? And then, excuse me, it'll give you results based off of that. Yes, new workouts. I will actually show you that, and then I'll get off of here because it's getting a little warm in here. I'm going to have to hit my AC, and so then that might get loud, and yeah, I got some things that I'm working on anyway, so I'm going to have to hop off of here, but I will show you, I have been working out, what I call training. I have been doing that since I've been back, and I also do a flow in the morning, and I've seen great benefit from doing this, okay, and I would do it here and there, haven't been real consistent with it lately, again, with my training as well, but now I am every day. It's every day. There's no 3 days a week. No, there's no excuses. Every day, no matter how I feel. It's every day. And the flow that I'll show you in a second is really about getting your lymphatic system moving, okay, to release all the toxins and everything that's flowing through your body because your lymphatic system doesn't have a pump, so you have to help it along. And then also we release whatever's in our energy field, our chi, okay, and then we build it up. And we're able to take that energy with us out into the world, okay? So I'm going to show you that. Yeah, I'll let y'all know when the quiz is complete. By the end of this week is the goal that this quiz will be done. I'll have a results page up for each one of them. And yeah, so, and again, it's going to be my content too. I'm going to talk about each phase in my content. So I'll be breaking that down. You know, it's just diving deeper into this is what it really is going to be about. So y'all are just seeing the whole process of it all through my content and everything, especially in these lives. You get the behind the scenes because right now I'm actually starting a Substack too. This is something I've been putting off, working on my writing, which is going to help my clarity of thinking as well. So I'm going to be doing Substack too. And same username, Alchamentor, on there. You can find me all social media under that. Is it okay if you're gay because people don't like that you're gay? Ariana, over here, it's okay. Nobody, like I just talked about, you'll never be enough for other people. You'll never be enough. People aren't going to like you for a lot of different reasons. Trust me. I just told you, like, I got trolls in here not liking me. I'm talking about personal development and a growth mindset and the sacred rebellion against the man and the systems that we're under, the archons. And I got people worried about my race and that I'm a woman teaching. Yeah, okay. So people aren't gonna, no matter what you do, I say shine on, shine your light, because they're not gonna like it. But I understand it's also a process, one, to develop your identity on who you are and what you believe and really stand 10 toes down on it, and to live it out to full embodiment of living it out and being okay with whatever happens, whatever judgment comes, all those things. And so I understand. I mean, it's easier said than done. Where did I go for the retreat? Out in Oklahoma. Yeah. As most of you know, live behind a gated community. HOA Karen. What? How are you in here looking for a trusted housekeeper for a 7,000 square foot home? What? Heva, probably Heathen should be your name. Okay. No, this is not the shocker. Again, simple-minded people. Okay. Yeah, we show love over here, Ariana. All right, I'm going to show you my flow. I was trying to finish my smoothie. All right. So, tell me I dropped it down my shirt. This is blueberry coconut milk. It's like blueberry crumble, which is like a protein type of drink or mixture, frozen mixture, and then coconut milk, chia seed, a little almond butter. I think that's about it, but it's really good. What in the world? I gotta go change my shirt. Whatever. I'm doing laundry today anyway. All right. Do we need to do the flow? Yeah, they're dedicated. Yeah, chia seeds. Good fiber. All right. So, this is where I do my movement. I move my rug over, put my yoga mat down, because, again, if I'm doing this every day. All right. Y'all, wait a second. Let me go change my shirt. All right. Whew. All right, just threw this on so we could do this. I'm going to walk you through my flow that I do every morning. Now, I have been training every day, not for a long time. I've been doing the very basics right now just to start to be consistent with showing up daily. So I'm only doing 20 of everything for my training. All right, like 20 push-ups, 20 squats, 20 burpees, L-sit, plank. I got ab roller, okay, and just rotate that, okay. For my flow every morning, this helps with your lymphatic system because I have a sluggish lymphatic system and a sluggish liver, all right. Poor drinking habits when I was in college, and probably toxins in the environment and all this other stuff. Not eating right for most of my life, all right, up until late 20s, okay. So I have to help it along, which most of us do. Because again, your lymphatic system does not have a pump, okay? You have to help it along. And you may see in Chinese culture that they do Tai Chi. Well, there's something called Qigong that I prefer. It's very similar, okay? But we're moving energy, okay? Qigong is literally like the movement of energy, okay? And if you believe that you have this energy field around you, we're talking about holistic wellness, Okay. Spiritual side of things around you, your energy you give off. You feel it when you walk into the room, you feel the energy because we're picking up on these things. Okay. Yeah. No, I appreciate it. Lost in the dream. Appreciate it. Yeah. I've been working on it. Okay. I've been intentional about this because if I practice what I preach. All right. And I believe that this is very important. I talk about this. Savvy to the max. I need you to go back and watch the beginning of this live. Okay. This is not a Coke necklace. All right. It's a nasal inhaler for nervous system regulation. Okay. So I do my regular training. That's physical movement. That's getting sweaty. You know, we want to sweat, sleep good, hydrate. Okay. Reduce your stress. Basics. That's it. Okay. We can reduce our stress through a lot of different ways. This helps. Well, some of it's a practice. Okay. When I rise, part of what I do early in the morning, get my energy flowing. Because sometimes we don't feel like doing those things. But if I train my body that that's what I do in the morning, I'm going to start to wake up and know that that's coming. My body is. And so my body already is prepared and ready for it. So anyway, it's very simple, like 3-step flow, and then you just repeat. But for me, all I need to do is just do it like a minute at a time for each one. And then you just rotate out. When I do this, I'm not going to be able to see your comments, okay? This will help reduce stress as well. It's going to help discharge a lot of that built up energy, okay? Some of that trapped energy. We're going to start to move our energy. But initially, it's about getting the lymphatic system moving through your body. So that's more the physical side of things. You literally have your lymphatic system, okay? It's like a highway that flows through your body, and there's glands, lymphatic glands in certain areas, like under your armpit, like here, back of your knees. There are certain glands in the lymphatic system in different places. Those are more sensitive. So in those areas, you want to go lighter, light taps. The rest of it, we can go a little harder. I do a loose hand, a little loose fist, and tap, okay? So when I do that, that's what I'm talking about, all right? So that's physical, the lymphatic system. And TCM, traditional Chinese medicine, they talk about the meridians in your body. There's 12 main meridians in the body, similar to the idea of the lymphatic system, basically. Again, this is scientific, so you can Google and look at images of what that looks like and how they run through your body, okay? And then we go into more of a psoas release, because we hold a lot of tension here in our hips and in our lower back. That's the second phase. And the third one is more the qigong side of it, which is the energetic side of it, okay, with your energy field. So follow along if you can, and you can do this with me as well. If you're in your midday slump, probably around this time, then you can do this. It doesn't take very long, and I'll just run through it. You'll see the moves. You pick what you want from each section of it, and there you go. You just need to do a little bit of it and see how it feels in your body, and then just do it over the next week. With disabilities, Tai Chi is good for us with disabilities. Yeah, because we're talking like slow movements with that. And I'm going to give different iterations of these sections depending on your body. You pick what you can do. Okay, so there's different things you can. So the first one is about releasing. What I say, releasing. Okay, good thing I'm not pregnant. All right, and I don't smoke. Okay, so releasing is releasing the stuck energy and releasing the toxins in our body and getting things flowing before we do the next thing. So we're going to release, very simple. I start off with this. It's just the movement early in the morning, and you can do it right now. Evening slump. It's like a pump. Now we can add in alternating our heels, like we're literally pumping from the ground up. Okay, so we're just pumping our body a little bit, or you could just do your arms, whatever you do, and you can do this sitting down. Okay, we can do this in a pool, whatever it is. So when I was on the retreat, we did some standing outside, and then we did some in a pool the next day. Okay, so we do that. Another thing that I do is up, and then we go down. As you get here, I breathe in. This is how we can release some of that emotion as well. Really get it out and push it out. All right. That's simple. And then another part is just shake it out right here. I start from the top. Just shake it however you want. There's no rhyme or reason to it. It's a flow. You feel it. Feel it in your body. What needs more shaking and what doesn't. So starting kind of from the top. Shake it out. Especially if you type it on your computer using your phone all the time. You need to shake those hands out. Shake the arms out. All right. Loosen your shoulders up. Okay. Do a little of this. And then we bring it down. A little wibble. Wibble, wobble, wiggle, wobble. All right. Shake it down. All the way down. Take it down. All right. However it feels in your body, we're going to shake it down. Shake it out of your feet. We're going to shake it down and let it go. Shake it out. Let it go. Any of those emotions, anything that we're holding on to. Hey, what's up, Jessica? We're doing the flow. All right. So it's as simple as that. And then I talked about the lymphatic draining, that type of a thing. So then we can just do some tapping, a light fist. You can kind of use your hand. There's certain tools and instruments you can use, but you want to go lighter in certain areas where your lymphatic glands are. Look up an image of what they look like. Okay. Yes, you can jump if you want to jump. Okay. If you can't jump, like I said, just do the little heel up and down. All right. But for me, I use a loose fist and just tap. And some people use dry brushing. If you've never heard of dry brushing, usually they're like a wooden handle and a brush on the end, and you just brush, and you usually want to brush towards your heart, from your hands to your heart, from your legs up, type of a thing. For the lymphatic system, we're just tapping, getting things moving without the brush, because usually they say to do the dry brushing before you shower. So I'm tapping. I don't really want to tap under my armpit or in my armpit. Right now I'm sweating, but that's where one of your lymphatic glands are as well. So just a light tapping there. Okay. I'm just tapping, and I'll do the other arm. And when I was working out, lifting heavy, I do this. This was a part of my warm up, okay, before I lifted heavy. And this actually helped me not have injuries as well, especially at my age, because I was loosening up my muscles too. Just the vibration from tapping. Okay. So again, we're going from top to bottom. All right. Them kidneys, because they filter out all those toxins. Down here, your sciatica. A lot of people have that. And it runs your lower back and across and down. So, you're doing this. Then when you get to your feet, I use my fingertips. Kind of just tap those. Then make my way back up. All right, and then we do this, okay? Yes, and we're breathing. We're breathing. Obviously, I'm talking while I'm doing this. Mr. Bubsy. No, it's not, okay? It's called health and wellness. How about you do a little of it, okay? But yes, we want to breathe. This is how we can regulate our breath when we do it. We're releasing. Swartz, what are you talking about? Y'all are ridiculous. Okay, we got some kids in here. All right, so this was the first part. These are different ways that we can release, and we can get our lymphatic system moving, get those toxins flowing through our body. That's going to help a lot of things. Look up what it does for you, okay? It's just going to flush and move things through your body, all right? So once we do that, next thing that I do is more of a psoas release, which is like your hip flexor. Okay, so you can do a basic lunge type of a thing. But I like more of a flow. So I do, yeah, no, I appreciate it. So, and that was what I was asked to do at the retreat, but I do, like I said, more of a somatic movement. It's not just yoga. It's a combination of a lot of different things. Because we're also talking about fascia release too. And like I said, Qigong. So it's not just yoga. But this move is kind of like a yoga move, basically. So like I said, you could do a lunge. Some people even just stand and kind of twist your psoas. Look that up. AOS, I believe. Okay, it's in your hip flexor, basically. That's where we hold a lot of tension and emotional trauma as well. And also when you're sitting for so long too, that gets tight. Okay, and that's going to affect your lower back as well. For me, more complex move, I do a lunge on the ground, as you can see. And these pants are a little tight, so we'll have to see how I do this. But I'll go forward and really stretch this. I go forward enough to where I can stretch this, which is usually like a yoga move as well. And then I flow back and stretch here. So it's, for me, it's more of this type of a flow and more about flexibility and mobility at this point. And then I rotate, do the other side. I've already done this for today, so I don't need to really do it in these pants. Are not the pants to be wearing to be doing this. Okay, I don't want to rip a hole in them either. All right, so I kind of get it warmed up until I can do this, and then I go down into the full movement. All right, you can do other, like if you can get down low, we can do other hip mobility type things like 90 degree in the front. Y'all can see, stretch my leg back there and then lean forward. You can't really see, so I guess lower y'all. Okay. 90 degrees again. We can do 90 degrees on our feet or our legs like this. 90 degrees. And then I just go like this. Okay. Again, we're able to loosen up our hips. That type of a thing. This is more mobility. All right. So that's kind of a part of like the second half that I do. And then the third half is, like I said, more of the Qigong side of things. Now this, again, there's different things that I do. Depends on the day, depends on what I'm trying to do. The main move is we put our arms out to the side. Okay. You want a pelvic tilt. Okay. Make sure you're right there. Hold this for a period of time. We breathe through it. And then the next part is when I'm here, then I come up. Obviously, I don't have a lot of space right here. I usually go this direction. So I'm here, and I go up, and then I bring it back down with a fist. I put my own little twist on it of this, okay? Because we're empowering and strengthening ourselves, okay? Yeah, talk to the hand pose. All right, so going up, and then I bring it back down like this, okay? So the thing is, another version of that too is I'm kind of scooping up whatever is weighing me down and things like that, and then I'm giving it to heaven, and then I release it, okay? So that's pretty much this. I go down, I scoop up, and I take it up. But this is also moving my energy field. I just use visualizations like that to help and like physically move that energy or mentally move that energy, okay, that I'm scooping from the ground up and releasing it. Okay, and then the other one, when I went up, is grabbing down what I need to help me be strong. Okay, so basically, that's kind of the idea behind that. What's up from India? Yes, her major, you got it. Yes, I did this at the retreat, Jessica, and thank you for that. Yeah, so this is what I do in the mornings. Like, this is a part of my morning routine. While I'm doing like my hygiene stuff and everything, is I'm going through this whole flow. And of course, like I said, I add some other things like, there's different Qigong moves. A lot of Qigong is about flow. It's about feeling your energy. So sometimes it's like dropping a little lower. Okay, it's like moving the energy in your field around. It's just whatever you're feeling. Okay? All right? Then you can make like the energy ball. And once you build up enough energy in the ball, then you can place it where you need to. All right? And you put all that healing energy, those healing thoughts and everything into this energy ball. You feel it, you can make it a little bigger if you want. And once it's ready, then you can put it where you want it. Okay? So you can rub your hands together and build that energy up too. Her major, the first part, yes. The second part, no. We're going to put this on our kidneys for you beer drinkers. Okay? And rub that. Because your kidneys are what's filtering all that too. Your liver and then your kidneys. All right? So we need to treat our bodies with respect. Because we deserve that. Okay? And we give it to ourselves. All right? So you can just rub that. You can rub your whole body down too. At that point. And we can thank it for doing its thing. Keeping us healthy and strong. All right? Yeah, pretty much airbending. Yeah. I appreciate you. Have a great day. Enjoy that beer. But yeah, that's pretty much my flow. A short summary, gist of it. It's getting warm in here. Let me put this on. Whew. All right. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing. That, and then like I said, I do my workout and training. I do that later in the day and get that in every day now. There's no excuses. And then tracking it, seeing how many I'm doing every day so I can see where the progress is or where those patterns and loops are. But yep, so that's all I got for y'all today. Thank y'all for being with me, especially y'all cool ones, not falling into the trolls traps and things like that. Whew, it's getting warmer here. So I'm gonna get off here. I got some things I gotta do, but y'all take care. I'm always on here every Wednesday, live streaming, and every Sunday I have long form content. So you can go back and watch some of my old video if you're new here. And hit subscribe, or you can stick around for my new Sunday video that's coming out. I'm going to walk you through the 4 phases of my method, the PARA method, P-A-R-A method, and show some of those movements. The thing is, the one camera that had my mic, actually storage got full in the middle of the video. So I'm editing it right now. We're going to see how that goes. But that's, you know, the gist of it is what this video Sunday is supposed to be about. And then I'm going to be batch recording some other ones coming up where I'm just sitting down and talking with y'all, being real with you like I am on this live stream, talking about different things. But I do appreciate all the support, all the love. Thank y'all so much. All right, until next time, continue to shine on. As always, let's breathe real quick. We're going to breathe in. We breathe out, we release it, let it go. Release that tension in your jaw, in your shoulder, in your hands. All right. Appreciate y'all. Y'all take care.